Hi, my name is Ari Wilson, and today I am going to show you how to find and use the history panel in Photoshop. I am going to try and explain this as simply as I can so that you can easily replicate what I am doing. So when you have an image open that you have previously worked on, or it can be just an original image as well with no work, there's a special panel you can access that shows you everything you have done to this photo. To find the panel, you just go right over here to this button with the arrow and 3 bullet points, and as you hover over it, it will say the words history. Now you want to click on that, and here you will see your image popped up when you open the image, and then everything you have done to this image. Now, as you can see, this is extremely cramped, so if this size bothers you, you can just close it. The way you close it is just by clicking that right there, and then you can go up here to where you expand all panels, and it will give you a much larger list. I mean, it's still all the same things, it's just you can see the majority of the things that you have done. This is an extremely helpful tool because in case you've done something to the photo that you absolutely do not like, you can just go back to the previous layer at any point you have edited the photo. So here I'll show you an example. This is how my photo was when I first opened it, and then I decided I wanted to add a black and white layer. And as you can see, I just clicked that right there and it popped up with my black and white layer. Now next I went to modify my black and white layer, and that's what that looks like. And so then I decided I want to change that, so I just went back to the original photo and decided to add a new hue and saturation layer, and then when I click this right here, it shows all of my modifications. Now when I ended up way beyond, I ended up deciding to do a quick selection. I selected this tree right here. I was just kind of messing around to see what would happen and decided to fill that tree, and it ended up looking like that, which I ended up not liking, so I ended up re-clicking layer visibility and it just popped back up with my original photo. And yeah, so that's kind of how you can go back and forth. Like say I ended up wanting to go back to how I had that vibrance layer, I can just skip to over here and see another previous vibrance layer that I've worked on, or that hue and saturation layer I was talking about earlier. I can just pop right back to that there. And yeah, so now I'm just going to go back to how I had left my photo, and I'll show you how something gets added to this list. So here I'm just going to click this quick selection tool, and I'm going to select this background like that. And then I'm going to go to layer up here, click a new adjustment layer, and I'm going to click invert because I want to invert the background. And then I press OK. And as you can see, the entire background is now inverted, and over here, new invert has popped up. And I absolutely hate that, so I can just go back to that right there, or if I want to have that pop back up and then again there, I can just click over here, and as you can see, layer visibility has re-popped up after I declined this. Or if I actually decide, oh, I do want that back, but don't click there, I can just click it again, and then it pops back up right there. Yeah, so that is how you add something to history. And again, just for closing history, for the panel, you just click collapse icons right there to go back over about how to reopen your history panel. For the small version, click this, and there you go, close there. For the larger version, just the little arrows up here, expands the whole panel. And yeah, there you go. And that is how you use and find the history panel in Photoshop.